Hello, Mr. Dade. I am doing quite well. Ah, I believe that all hard work has a reward, whether it be more time with the family on vacation, a dowry for your daughter's wedding, or in my case, success. Am I grateful for it all? Yes. Was it hard to get here? Also, yes. My dreams of running a business like this have had several barriers placed in front of them all my life, and my growth wasn't overnight. It took me time to get going and gain all the business we have today. Therefore, I've been adjusting to life week by week, and here I am now. Although it is very different from home in Lakshmangar. Ah, yes. No, they were not specific to me, I believe. Everyone in Lakshmangar had the same circumstances as me, myself, and the other millions of Indians who live in the villages in the darkness. We had these animals ravaging the towns, keeping our money out of our hands. They were the landlords and they have an oligarchy over towns like mine, which prevented people like my father, who would go anywhere on his rickshaw, but nowhere in society, from creating success for himself. It creates a corrupt cycle where they control even the police. This corruption is more deadly in the small towns than anywhere else. In the city, it is strong, with the great socialists and bribes for business, but there is more success and opportunity in a big westernized city like Delhi. The caste is another problem. If you're born in a lower caste like myself, your life is almost planned out for you, at least socially, and it is hard to gain respect with the people around you whose family are higher. Indeed, it is. The sad part is that once you get to the city, you aren't exactly free, you see. There is this one thing we like to call the rooster group, us servants. It is a perpetual servitude, and we don't even see it. Imagine this. You're in a city market and you observe roosters stuffed tightly into mesh cages, defecating over the others in lower cages, and looking for any space to move and get more comfortable. But there is none. And the roosters can see other roosters above, slaughtered, but they don't focus on it because they're too busy looking for their own way to get more space. In this world, the servants are the roosters and the masters are the butchers. The masters often couldn't care less about a servant and can replace them tomorrow. The servants work so hard to see to tomorrow that they're blind to the others around them dying and hurt. It's this blindness that continues the servitude in India. But if one rooster were to break free, everything would change. There would be more space in the coop for others to move and see and possibly break out and start a revolution for emancipation. But alas, roosters are dumb animals and they're trained and adapt to their environment. So these servants become so used to the life they live that they could be given their freedom, but they're so accustomed to their current lifestyle and fearful of great change that they reject it and curse their master for being let go. No, sir. I don't have but a few grades worth of formal education. But what I've learned, I've picked up in my jobs from those whom I serve, and it teaches you more than you can learn in a university, which I know is very important in your country. Yes, it is more of a familial loyalty that determines the success of one. If he has had a good wife or equal caste, can support himself as well as his father did, if he sends money to his family, if he teaches his own son values and keeps his religion, that equates fulfillment in life. Oh, greatly. My family tried hard to keep me with them and to get married. My old friend, whose father was high in the ranks of business, he married an American woman and they were strongly against it. There is definitely pushback to Western culture in the villages, and sometimes it can tear apart families. The only route besides cheating or even killing, as some have done, your way up the ladder is working your whole life saving for your children to send them to school in hopes that they'd make a good life for themselves with that education. Otherwise, it is likely that without connections, your son will keep the same type of job until his children grow up, and if they don't get an education and change the cycle, they will do the same. I've said it before and I haven't been proven wrong yet. I believe that there is a new India and that people like myself and others of the tech firms are the face of it. You see, cities like Delhi plastered with logos of American companies more and more each day. And you see relationships between Indians and Westerners, the fabulous Chinese and Westerners even. Things are opening up, and I believe that as the cities expand and India creates better bonds with companies and people elsewhere, that we will adapt more of their ways, to the point that it brings light to the darkness, and those in the dark may eventually have the same American dream for themselves.